Emily Elizabeth Dickinson was born in December of 1830 in Amherst, Massachusetts, which is 50 miles from Boston. Emily's father worked at Amherst College and also served as a state legislator, and her grandfather was the founder of Amherst College. Emily was an intelligent child and wrote rhyming stories for her classmates. Emily, as a child, enjoyed the company of others. Her brother Austin became a lawyer, like his father. The youngest child of the family, Lavinia, who, like her sister Emily, remained at home all her life and never married. Emily went to school at Amherst College in the Mount Holyoke Female Seminary, but suffered from bad health and missed a lot of school. It's believed she had problems with depression as well as physical illness. Emily was a good student even though she was absent from school much of the time. Because of a bad cough, her father finally took her out of school. In 1848, after Emily returned home, she liked to be isolated, who prefers to be alone because of her shyness and feeling uncomfortable in groups of people. She rarely left her home throughout her life. She travels very few times to give her the chance to meet interesting people. She wrote letters and poems for many years. Emily felt her need to be social through her letters and her poetry. She nearly wrote 1,800 poems. Though Emily lived a private life, her poetry shows she had imagination and an ability to write beautiful and meaningful poems. She was inspired by nature and deep feeling, which she was able to express with her expert use of words. Emily never married and spent her entire life living in her family's large home, where she died at age of 56 from kidney disease. Emily had given her sister instructions to burn all her letters after her death. In doing so, her sister came across a box full of Emily's poems, which her family knew nothing. Often, a writer or a poet will try to publish their writings during their lifetime, but in some cases, like the story of Emily Dickinson, no one knew she was a master poet until after her death. What is hope? We start our day planning out a schedule, yet there are many things that we cannot control, and ultimately, we can only have some expectation that things will work the way we planned. That is called hope. Hope is to want something to happen or be true. Is a desire with expectation or could be an anticipation of something desired. Hope is a Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale it's heard, and sore must be the storm that cool abashed the little bird that keeps so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Images used by the author. Rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhyming lines within a poem. The rhymes are denoted at the end of each line by uppercase letters. In the poem, Hope is a Thing with Feathers, in the first stanza, the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. In the second, A, B, A, C, and in the third, A, B, C, B. Alliteration. Alliteration in a poem exist when the repetition of the same letter or syllable occurs at the beginning of two or more words. It be observed in lines 5 and 6. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm. Metaphor is a figure of a speech that describes an object or an action and compares different things without using like and as. Emily Dickinson in the poem Hope is the Thing with Feathers compares hope with a bird. The first paragraph states that hope is a thing with feathers, that perches in the soul singing a tune, without words, and never stops at all. The representation of hope as a thing with feathers is excellent, as feathers can provide warmth when it's needed and can help reach higher and further. That is what hope does. It gives you the comfort and inspiration needed to go past obstacles. The second paragraph describes how hope's song is sweetest in the gale and how sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. Like most things, the time when you really appreciate them is when their presence seems to be most in need, such as a cold drink in the hot summer or a loving hug when you are feeling down. Hope stands out the most when you feel the world coming down on you, or when you feel that you can't go on anymore. Hope is there to help you see things through. The last paragraph about hope's song being heard in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity ask for a crumb out of me. The listener, this paragraph is very accurate, as hope is always present, yet it never asks for anything in return. Hope is what drives people forward. Hope for the best, some people say. In this political climate and in the state of the world, it is the one thing that we cannot lose: hope.